Thanks to our Jaguar fans. They keep coming, man. We appreciate that. I know I speak on behalf of our players and our team for bringing the noise, and it really helped us there in the fourth quarter and gave us a chance to win. So appreciate our fans coming out here.
How promising was the comeback there at the end after a pretty inauspicious start?
Yeah, they fought their tails off, and we couldn't. 84 is a really good player for them, and he hurt us early. And then offense, we moved the ball a little bit, not just no big plays. We just none. And then all of a sudden we started getting some. This is offensive football is a big play. Not many teams can drive the length of field without a hit here and there. And we had some hits and scored a couple times. I was really proud of Tavon, who's been in this league for a long time. I just love who he is, what he stands for, and he competes. And same with Treadwell. These guys are starting for the Jaguars now, and they're competing their tails off.
Urban, what happened on the leverage penalty on Robertson Harris?
Roy, he put his hands on the center. He can't do that.
And what were your thoughts on what led, from that point on, in terms of allowing them to keep the ball and get the touchdown?
Devastating. That was we had a couple extended. I can think of three off the top of my head, and those are three turnovers when your defense jogs off the field, but they got to stay on. Yep.
Urban, there was a lot of talk this week about the creativity in the offense needing to be more. Did you see what you wanted to see in that regard today?
Did a little better today. It's a lot of it's who you have. Your personnel and how do you intermingle your personnel with what we can do. And so I thought we got scored down in the red zone. We go down there twice. And I thought coaches worked their tails off. And we went some tempo. We went some pace a little bit, which I think our quarterback's used to that, and I think you'll be seeing more of that.
Yeah, speaking of tempo, when you've done that this year, you seem to have had some success. Do you think that's got to be more the personality of the offense now?
I think it is.
Yeah.
I think it will be even more.
Urban, over here. On the Trevor's interception, did he think that there was an offside there? And is that why he just kind of checked out?
I didn't grab him. We all did. We all thought it was a free play. I even heard over my headset free play, and then it turned out we covered up a tight end on the play. So, it's you're down on the 1 yard line, have a chance to stop them, and we did stop them, and then we gave them a first down. So, yeah, that's what we thought. You'd have to ask Trevor, though. I'm sorry.
When he goes into that tempo stuff, does he seem to be playing more free and just sort of more loose?
I think so. I think so, and that's why we're doing more of it, and I think you can expect some more of that as we move forward.
Urban, 86 yards over here from James Robinson today, but obviously he did have that fumble. Then he didn't play the rest of the first half. What was the conversation on the sideline with him?
I just, James is a grown man, and I just just talked to him about locking the elbow and clamping that's our terminology that we use to lock the ball down. And then he came back and ran, had some decent runs in the second half. He still doesn't look like he's full speed to me. That was just the conversation with him.
And how would you assess the sharing of the carries between him and Carlos and the run versus the pass today?
I don't even know, to be honest with you. Sorry about that.
Yeah, no, I guess from just naked eye, did you feel like the run game was effective today?
Yeah, I think a lot of the shotgun runs were really good today. I thought, Trevor made some good decisions. He protects himself when he gets down. That's, as we move forward, that's going to be more and more who we are. I thought, we ran the ball pretty decent today, because when you get down a little bit, that forces you into. But I thought Bev did a nice job not starting to play in their hands and just pass. We kept running the ball, and as a result, we got within striking distance to win a game.
Hey, Coach, for the second week in a row, multiple penalties to keep the Falcons on the field and extend their drives. How do you fix those sort of errors?
Well, I've talked to our defensive staff, and there's, do you replace the player? Do you, what do you do? I agree with you. We all see it, and those are the way we have to attack those things. There are 3 turnovers there. You look at the first drive against 49ers, we had 3 sacks on one drive. And so we have to attack it as if it's a turnover and make some decisions.
And what did you think about Tyson Campbell's play today?
I think he's going to be a really good player. I really love his attitude. He had a bad shoulder, fought through it, and almost had a second one today. But stepped in front of one, and he's a really good worker. Glad we got him.
James Robinson, wasn't on the field on that red zone drive at the end of the first half. Was that because of the fumble and you guys were trying to maybe calm him down a little bit, or is that just a rotation of the running backs?
I think, you'd have to ask Bev and Bernie on that one. I don't micromanage that, but, Carlos is a good player too, so they might have had him in there for that reason.
Herb, right here, could you assess Trevor's play today as a passer?
I'd rather do that after I watch the film, and when we can, I'll talk to you on Monday. I think we meet on Monday or Tuesday, whenever that is, and but today, all I saw him compete his, what off. As far as how accurate was he, and, that's so hard to see on the sideline. After we watch the videotape, I'll be glad to share you my thoughts.
One other one from me, Urban. Special teams is obviously something you have preached, something that you have said is your forte. Can you just describe maybe the drop in play in special teams, or how would you assess the play of your special teams over these last 3-4 weeks?
The last 3-4 weeks, we had 2 penalties today that extended drives, one on punt return and one on field goal block. Our kicker's doing a decent job. Our coverage units are okay. We don't have the explosiveness. I thought Mick came in and did a really good job. Hit a couple nice returns. He's a ball of fire. I love the guy. He's been on a Super Bowl team, so I love picking his brain about certain things. Real articulate guy, and I know he was here back in 17. But he gave us a spark in there, but not good enough.
Why has it taken this long to kind of really form the offense that you guys want and what works the best with Trevor?
Good question. I don't have the answer for that.
Was there some stubbornness, resistance to kind of getting it all in there, or was it
No, I
just?
think so much of it is, when you're not quite sure what your personnel's capable of. Once again, offensive football is about equating numbers and having some hits in the offense, and we've struggled at times. But other time, you look against the Arizona Cardinals, we ran 8 straight plays and hit it. We want to be a run first with Trevor, and then at times when you don't score, you get behind a little bit and it starts a transition. So no, there's no stubbornness. It's just we're all figuring this thing out, and we should have it figured out by now. And I would say this, that it's not like we don't have it figured out. We're not executing at high level. We're putting ourselves in position to win a game, and if we eliminate some nonsense, then we would go win a game.
With Trevor in particular, wins being rare, touchdown passes being rare, that's not something he's really experienced before.
I'm
And
sorry?
Sorry, can you hear me now? For Trevor in particular, wins being rare, touchdown passes being rare, that's not something he's really experienced before. And I'm wondering, what conversations do you have with him, or what do you keep an eye on in particular with him when it comes to helping him navigate a tough spot like that?
Yeah, I've had many daily conversations with him, and he's a fighter. He doesn't look at it that way. He came here to help lift an organization, and that's the way he looks at it. He's very hard on himself, as most great players are. And the whole question, even I asked the team, asked myself, asked ourselves, what can we do better to go win that game? And the answer is multitude of things. So that's never really come up. That's not a woe is me and feel sorry for yourself. What can we do to get better is the way he approaches everything. And like I said, that cat now is very hard on himself. What can he do better? And not just on the field, but lead guys. And that's why he's going to be a great player here.
Thank you.
Thanks.